The United States Constitution was founded on two basic principles: to limit government and to grant the United States citizens fundamental rights. Now, throughout history, many people have died for those fundamental rights to be protected. In this day and age, most of us don't care about those fundamental rights. We take those rights for granted, and we're more worried about what's going to happen in the weekend rather than the rights that were given to us. And the government is aware of this. They know this. They know that you guys don't care. They know that we don't care. Therefore, they are using the Constitution to benefit them and not us. The people, the Constitution was made to benefit. A prime example of the government doing this is Obamacare. Obamacare is taking away a fundamental right that was given to us by having freedom of choice. In this speech, I will argue that mandatory health care is unconstitutional. First, I will rebuttal the government's grounds of constitutionality are false. Then, I will argue that Obamacare violates the 10th Amendment. And lastly, I will examine how continuing to have this bill as a law will lower the quality of health care in the United States. According to the government, the thing that gives them the right to tell us what to buy is Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3 of the Constitution, otherwise known as the Interstate and Commerce Clause. Now, this states that government has the right to regulate trade within states, with other nations, and with Indian tribes. Now, the specific part that the government and the Congress rely to hold up in court is the trade within states. According to them, their interpretation of the Constitution, that part right there gives them the right to make us buy something we may not necessarily want. And that's not how it should be. That's a very loose interpretation. It's not interpreted by each and every one of us. It's interpreted by the people who it benefits, which is not us. Now that I've countered the constitutionality of this bill, it's time to examine how it violates the 10th Amendment of the Constitution. The 10th Amendment states that all powers not given directly to Congress in the Constitution do not belong to them. It belongs to the states and the citizens within the state. It belongs to us, the citizens. Now, the simple fact that it does not state, government, you are allowed to force your citizens to buy a product, makes it unconstitutional, because that's what they're trying to do. Now that I've explained why it's unconstitutional, it's time to look at how the quality of our health care will go down with this bill in place. According to the Congressional Budget Office, which is a nonpartisan organization that estimates the costs of bills that are written into law, this bill will cost upwards of $1 trillion. In order to pay for this, the Obama administration claims that they will cut roughly $600 billion from Medicare, and in doing so, this causes the salaries of doctors to go down. If doctors feel like they aren't being paid sufficiently enough, they will go elsewhere for work. If we have the top tier of our doctors going to other countries to find work, that means that the quality of the healthcare offered here is surely to go down. Now, in this speech, I argued that mandatory healthcare is unconstitutional. First, I rebutted the constitutionality that resides in the bill according to Congress. Then, I explained how it violates the 10th Amendment. And lastly, I explained how the quality of our healthcare will go down if this bill remains a law. Now, it's time to end the puppet show. We can't let government puppet our Constitution so it can benefit them and not us. Thank you.